Watching and connected, but it's never enough. Talking with our friends about our favorite things. TV shows and movies and some random swearing. Hey! 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 This is the pretty, this is the little, this is the pretty little podcast.
Hello, all you pretty little people. This is the Pretty Little Podcast. I'm your host, Deadbeat Chad. With me is just Jess.
Hello.
And today we have a Halloween episode for you.
Mm-hmm.
We just got through watching a movie known as Shrunken Heads.
Yes.
What is Shrunken Heads, Jess?
Shrunken Heads, thank you for asking, is a 1994 American independent comedy horror film directed by Richard Elfman and written by Matthew Bright. The film follows three preteen boys who, after being murdered by a vicious gang, are resurrected via voodoo as shrunken heads.
So, this movie... this movie's wild and also lame as hell at the same time, which is very strange. Because there is a... the movie starts off as like a regular-ass, like, kid-friendly movie that you would see on like ABC or something back in the 90s.
Sure.
Maybe late 80s. And then an event happens in the film and immediately it just does this tonal shift into something else.
The tone's all over the place in that.
It starts out like Goosebumps and it ends up like Tales from the Crypt.
Kind of, yeah. To be fair, this movie starts with, and this is something I did not know because... shocker to our audience, I'm sure I did not choose this movie. I would never choose this movie.
Yes, this is a Chad pick.
But it started off with the moon and clouds coming across. And I said, oh no, because I've been with you for over 20 years.
Yeah.
I know what that is. That means Full Moon Pictures.
I don't hate Full Moon Pictures.
I know.
And to be fair, they just distributed it.
Well, yeah, kind of.
And Charles Band produced it. Mm-hmm. So if you're not familiar, Charles Band has worked with Full Moon Pictures, directing, writing, doing the music for some of these movies.
He's just a Full Moon
producing,
boy.
Yes. He's responsible for the Puppet Master movies, the Ginger Dead Man movies, the Evil Bong movies, pretty much anything Trancers, anything that is on Full Moon Pictures is probably a Charles Band joint.
And when I say I don't care for Full Moon Pictures, I do. I enjoy some of the earlier Puppet Master movies. Those are ones like I actually grew up with. And they're enjoyable.
And that's why I love Full Moon Pictures. I grew up watching Full Moon Pictures. Yeah.
That's my boy. I would love a figure of him.
The Puppet Master movies are great, and for all the same reasons that they're terrible. Right.
But they're fun.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not good movies.
Watching anything that Charles Band had his hand in it's equal parts terrible and great because of how terrible it is. It's very self-aware. Sure. He's not writing masterpieces here. He's not winning Oscars. He's not winning anything.
Maybe
really.
Razzies. I don't know. I didn't look.
But the movie itself was directed by Richard Elfman.
Yeah.
Who is Danny Elfman's brother.
Correct. He did also...
famed Danny Elfman composer.
Well, yeah. Yes. Who the hell doesn't know
frontman for Oingo Boingo himself.
Danny Elfman is.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen a Tim Burton movie, chances are,
you've heard a Danny Elfman song.
He also is the singing voice of Jack in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
And he's a very strange artistic man, and I have a lot of respect for Danny Elfman. Richard Elfman, I mean, this isn't his only directorial thing. He did also direct The Forbidden Zone,
which isn't bad.
It's a thing. I saw it as a kid. It's very, very strange.
I give him credit for doing things different, right?
Sure.
And this movie is very different. It's because, like I said, the tonal shift in this movie happens so quick that it gives you whiplash.
Yeah.
Like I said, it starts off with these three friends living in New York City. They're teenagers. I assume they're all 14 at this point.
It says preteen, but I mean, I know the girl at least was 14 and then 15. So it's hard to say. They look like late junior high, maybe early high school, mid high school.
What would you say this movie is about?
About an hour and a half too long. Heyo!
Because I would say it's about friendship. and speaking your mind.
Even when it's not in your best interest to do so, and there's many better ways you could have gone about getting that taken care of.
Right. I would also say that it's about murdering 3 kids,
Yes.
cutting their heads off,
Yeah.
turning them into shrunken heads
To
with
be
superpowers so that they can get revenge on the bullies that killed them.
Yes.
And then all you can do is sit back and say,
the
where's
bullies
the lie?
killed them, but they didn't turn them into the Shrunken Heads.
No. That was a voodoo
You need
priest
Mr.
who runs a
Sumatra
newsstand.
for that.
The characters in this movie are wild. In this very
they're all-
bland,
that's what I
idealized
was-
version of New York City.
Yeah, well, the thing is that you've got the stereotypical like mafioso Vinny guy, hey yo, and all.
Walk in here.
Yeah, but
What's your problem?
God, Tony Soprano would be so disappointed in him. He's terrible at his job. But then you've got Mr. Sumatra, but everybody is like a watered down version of.
That's what I'm saying.
Of
It's good because
whatever
it
it
starts
is.
off like a kid's movie. Like it feels tame at first because I think they really were trying to go for a kid's movie here. And then at some point just said, fuck it.
I don't know. This is Richard Elfman. He's known for weird shit, man. Like genuinely weird shit. I don't think that's what the case. To me, it starts off more like if you're talking Stephen King, like a Stand By Me or like even It, like the kids coming together. You've got your classic bullies, like real classic bullies. And, then like one person who understands and sees like that type of thing. But then, then suddenly children are murdered and, and then nothing makes sense. And Mr. Sumatra is not like the good guy. He's not a good guy. Like you kind of expect, like he's like, I feel for these children. I watched them grow up. And poor, what's his name, Freddie? This poor kid moved in 4 days later.
Right.
He's
He just
fucking
walked
murdered
into this
and is
nightmare.
turned into a shrunken head. He just got to town. He finally makes some friends, and this is what happens. It's bullshit.
Yeah, you got Tommy, Bill, and Freddie who are just Tommy and Bill. I guess it's understood that they grew up in New York together. They've been going to school together. They're best friends.
Right.
Freddie is a new kid in town.
Yeah.
He just showed up 4 days prior to the movie starting.
And was like, oh yeah, he found some slightly nerdy guys, like they read comic books and stuff.
And Tommy and Bill have already been bullied around by this gang known as the Vipers.
Since kindergarten, they say.
Right. So, yeah,
Little
exactly,
5-year-old
exactly.
Vinny, led by
a guy named Vinny.
Yeah.
And the
Vipers.
Well, no.
gang.
The ringleader of this whole thing is Big Mo.
Oh, well, I don't think Big Mo was in kindergarten with them.
No. She is like employed Vinny to go and like
she's the
She's
Dawn,
like big time.
right?
Vinny's small time.
But even then,
he's trying to be
she's
big
pretty
time.
fucking small time. She does a lot of talking, but she's not actually big time. But it is interesting to see like a female Dawn. You don't usually get that, even though she is dressed like she's trying to be kind of man.
Big Mo is played by Meg Foster, so it's well-known actress, but she's
doing a fucking what's his head impression the whole time from The Godfather. She's doing
she is definitely she's definitely like leaning into the stereotypes that you would see in like mob movies.
Well, not good ones.
No, but
I'm not saying anything about The Godfather. I'm just like, no.
And just watching, because what brought this up was I was watching a YouTuber that I like.
Mm-hmm.
He covered this movie, and in his review he mentioned that she didn't know if the character was supposed to be male or female, or
that explains
neither. So she just kind of played it.
Because they do call her.
Yes,
they call Big Mo
one
her.
time they refer to Big Mo as a she.
And she does have a girlfriend. Like she's with Mitzi. She just reminded me of Lucy from Twin Peaks.
Yes.
If like
Which
she
makes
grew
sense.
up in Jersey.
Twin Peaks would have been fresh on people's mind.
But she has that
at this point in time.
Similar hair, similar voice, similar kind of ditzy but well-meaning. In
a leotard, of course.
Well, in a variety of very tight outfits.
Jewelry.
Yeah. Just lounging across desks and getting jewelry and whatnot, like you do.
So these 3 kids are being harassed by Vinny, who I guess goes to Big Mo. At this point, he doesn't work for her, but he goes to her for favors.
Yeah.
Because Tommy, the main character of this movie, if you want to call it that.
It's feature length.
Yeah, it met the mark for sure. He recorded them with a video camera, like stripping a car in an alley.
Mrs. Wilson's car or some shit like
right.
that.
So he gets Vinny's gang arrested because he shows the authorities the video
in front of them.
Yes.
He goes down.
Not
when
anonymously.
The gang is still fucking there going, no, officer, here's the proof.
Yeah, I mean, this whole time, the first like 15 minutes of this movie is nothing but them getting harassed by this gang. And then the first thing he wants to do is go and make it known that he's the one getting them arrested.
Well, I do think that we need to talk about what he was doing when the call came in from Bill that the Vipers were off doing this shit, because I find it highly, there's some weird stuff in this movie.
So Vinny has his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Her name is Sally.
Yeah.
And
Tommy's
Sally's
always liked her.
Yeah, her and Tommy know each other. I guess they went to school together or whatever.
They all seem to go to school together, but then of course no one ever goes to school.
And Sally just doesn't really care for Vinny all that much because of what he does. He's just a neighborhood bully.
Like bullshit.
She's growing up a little bit and realizing that maybe this isn't the best choice in a partner.
Right.
So she has feelings for Tommy, and she breaks up with Vinny and lets Tommy know that she has feelings for him. So that kind of sets up this whole thing where now Vinny just gives Tommy shit.
Well, yeah, but we do get to watch two 14-year-olds make out for a while, so that's fun, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
This movie goes places it really shouldn't.
Yeah, so does Tommy's head, but we'll get to
in
that.
a later scene that we will definitely talk about.
But so they're making out. I assume this is his first kiss. He's acting like this is his first kiss. And then Bill comes over the walkie-talkie and he's like, dude, they're boosting Mrs. Wilson's car. And he like abandons this girl.
He already had this video camera ready to go. Like he was like, at some point they're going to commit a crime and I have to go and record this. Yes. Why didn't he just call the police? I don't know. So
then he just zooms in, but he zooms in like on the dark window of a car and you can't fucking tell who's in there.
Yeah, you can't tell who any of these people are. Okay, I mean, you can tell who's like the car is a station wagon.
Right.
That looks like Vinny's car. I mean, maybe they could tie it to him that way.
But they didn't even get Vinny. They got the gang.
No, you couldn't see anybody's face in this video. And
whatever.
Anyways, Tommy winds up getting him arrested, so Vinny has to go to Big Mo for $3,000 to bail him out of jail.
Yeah, and it's like 5 guys.
Yes.
And there's like 5 of them.
Yeah, which is like, what, 10 grand today?
Even though like 2 of them just kind of disappear in the year-long gap after the kids are killed. Because later on, it's just Vinny and then Booger, great name, and like Pod or Pud or something.
The subtitle said Pod, but it sounded like he called him Pud.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Pud.
So I don't know what happened to the rest of the gang. And Booger is played by Bodie Elfman, who's Richard Elfman's son.
Yes.
Who, because Richard Elfman and Danny Elfman could be twins. They might be. I honestly, very, very don't know. I don't actually know, but they look identical to each other almost. And Bodie looks nothing like his father. Like nothing.
So Vinny has to go to Big Mo for bail money to get his gang out of jail.
Yep.
Because apparently they committed a felony.
He started bitching about like how these punks are really starting to.
Right. So he's complaining like there's these teenagers in the neighborhood. They've been a pain in my ass for a while. I need $3,000 to bail my gang out. And Big Mo is like, well, why don't you bring those kids to me and I'll talk to them. I'm gonna have a good talking to here. Yeah. So they do. They go and kidnap the kids and bring them into her lair.
Yeah.
What is it? It's
our
like
base of operations. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a big warehouse where
they rented a warehouse space.
It's just constantly like thugs in the background carrying TVs around and like
Mitzi
bags of shit.
Lounging on different things.
Right.
Big Mo just there doing it.
You've seen this before in many other movies.
Sure.
So they bring the kids there, I guess, to scare the hell out of them.
To give them a warning. Yeah. Like, that's fair. Hey, you're messing with shit you don't want to mess with, dude.
But see, Tommy, he's kind of mouthy. He's kind of ballsy. He's like the ballsy guy in the group,
kind of. But even still, like, he doesn't sell his lines. I don't believe him.
No. He talks very tough, but he's, again,
I think
he's
he
like
got kissed and
skinny
now
14-year-old.
Like,
there you go.
I know. Exactly.
So, the whole time that Big Mo is trying to like intimidate them, He's just not having it.
He's
even
so
though,
fucking stupid, man. And what fucking word would be, no, you're the ones that are gonna regret this. Shut the fuck up, kid. Learn the time and place.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And while Big Mo is intimidating the children, there's other members that have brought in what she's calling her slips. I don't know what this is. It's just bags, giant bags. She says it's full of her slips. I don't know if it's like betting slips.
That was my thought.
I don't know
It
if
could be
slips
betting
is
slips,
slang
it
for
could be
money.
cash. It could be. It could be her laundry.
They never show you
It's
what's in the
just her
bag,
slips.
and I have no idea what the hell.
I have no fucking idea.
I don't know what the terminology means. Anyways, they're bringing in bags of slips.
Yeah.
And they wind up taking the kids into a different room and tying them up so they can figure out what they're going to do with them, right? And while the kids are tied up in the other room unattended, they get free from their ropes.
Sure.
And they steal her bags of
Very
slips
smart.
and run away.
Very smart.
So now they got a problem. Now they have just stolen slips from the
Both sides of
biggest...
this are fucking stupid.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So that's the setup here. And now
Yeah.
Big Mo's pissed off and she's got Vinny's scared of Big Mo, right? I mean, he's just kind of a lackey.
Yeah.
He also kind of wants to prove himself a little bit, but he
Sure.
knows that Big Mo's kind of like big time and he's not really ready to take that step yet,
Yeah.
but he does anyway because of the intimidation.
Because of the implications.
The implications.
Sorry.
Yeah, so Big Mo basically gives him 3 guns and says, go kill these kids.
Yeah.
Get your men and go kill these kids, which they do. And that's where this movie...
And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, what? Are you a man or whatever?
Yeah. She's constantly like emasculating him any chance just to get him to go along with whatever the hell she wants him to do.
That is a tactic that, mobster type people in movies and TV shows.
Yeah,
tend to
absolutely.
do.
It's the
Keep 'em
machismo.
low, it's an alpha thing.
Yes, it's the machismo of the New York wannabe mob guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is something that if you grew up watching 80s movies, kids died in movies.
Sure.
A lot of the times. They would kill children all the time in 80s movies.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
This is 94 then.
Yeah, this came out in 94, so this was not really prevalent not in this way, right? Just being gunned down in the street. Because that's exactly what they do.
To be fair, you don't see it, right? This happens from the POV of, I assume, Tommy. You see
the
Vinny
guns
and
are
his
just aimed at
goons,
the
get
camera
out
being
of the
fired.
car and
Now,
fire at them.
They did. I don't know if that's there's a version of this movie that edited out that scene.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's the version we watched or not.
I don't know, because we watched a version on YouTube that was actually part of 13 Nights of Elvira. So she kept popping up to provide commentary.
Yeah, if you want to watch this movie in full for free, it's on YouTube. It's on the 13 Nights of Elvira YouTube channel.
Yeah, you'll just expect to have her pop up and say something.
Yeah.
Sometimes funny.
So I have to believe this is the edited version of that. So I think the other version, which is the runtime, is only a minute longer because they did cut out that one scene. So they may have put that in. It's just not the version we watched.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, these kids actually get gunned down.
Yeah, they do.
And then they have a joint funeral.
They sure do.
All 3 of these kids are at the same funeral.
Yep.
Caskets
Especially
next to
Freddie,
each other.
who just moved into fucking town, and their little matching caskets.
And none of these people attending the funeral even look sad. I guess the father of Tommy's
father. No other parents go to the funeral.
We don't even see any other parents.
No.
The other kids might as well not even have parents.
Yeah, we hear from Sally that her mom and dad are fighting again. That's why she goes to kiss Tommy or whatever.
The only time that she mentions her parents are when they're fighting and she leaves the house.
You never see this does have a very small cast of named characters, and nope, no parents.
Yeah, I mean, budgetary, it probably made sense.
I guess, but you couldn't even get an extra to.
Well,
to
you're
be
also
the
talking
parents of
about
these
a
people?
movie that while the special effects not great for the time, they were
at
still
the time,
pretty
I think they
expensive
were
for
fine.
a movie on this type of budget.
They were better than I expected them to be. That's not saying they're good, but I have seen many a full moon picture in the past. This is better. This is certainly better special effects than like Stitches or Ragdoll or
Yeah, or even Puppet Master. I mean,
some. I like the movement of the puppets. I know it's.
If you've seen a full moon picture
animation
movie, that's the type of budget they're working with here. This is the special effects budget we're talking about. A lot of green screens.
Well, yeah, the entire budget for this movie was $800,000.
I was actually surprised that because well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
So at the funeral, Mr. Sumatra shows up, because he runs the newspaper stand that the boys buy their comic books from, and
they're nice
and
to
shit.
him, and he's nice to them.
And
very
he's
polite and all of that.
He's a Haitian that moved there, and he's into voodoo and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
So he's like a voodoo priest that moved to New York. Yeah,
sure.
But he shows up at the funeral because he knows the boys personally, and he gives his condolences to the father and all that. And then he also cuts off their heads and takes them to his condo. Yeah,
later on, not during the funeral.
Right.
But yes.
After the funeral, he I guess it's implied that he breaks in and the bodies are still in the caskets.
It's not really clear because why would they still be there? They like typically in a funeral,
they'll take them and bury them.
Bodies.
Yes, they don't leave them there.
They
have
might the viewing or the wake or whatever.
Yes, but the funeral is after they've already been there overnight.
Yes, you inter them directly after. It's part of it. There's a procession and all that. And if you want to say they had a wake the night before, which does happen sometimes, there would still be a question of where the fuck is my son's head the next day when they turn up to like do the internment. So
but long story short,
okay.
Mr. Sumatra breaks in and cuts their heads off.
Yeah.
Takes them back to his condo.
Yes.
This is kind of where the movie starts. And by the way, once they shoot these kids, they just decide that like this is just a rated R movie now, because people are saying fuck every other word when they didn't up to this point.
True.
They were even like. I think the worst thing they were saying, they would say like, hell, who the hell are you? What the hell do you want? Yeah. So it was very G, and now it's no longer a G movie.
Well,
this is just a rated R movie.
So.
Yes.
That is an interesting point. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Like it starts out as Goosebumps and it turns into Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
It happens just so quickly. I guess if you even just saw the cover of this, like the box art for this movie, you would already know that, like, okay, somehow these kids have to die because these are heads now. And that's what Mr. Sumatra does. He boils them in a cauldron.
He gets them a nice cat.
With a dead cat.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pricks his finger and then gets a dropper and puts his blood in it and then drips the blood on their heads. And then he instructs them to come back to life.
Yeah. There's a whole chant.
So now they're just shrunken heads.
Yeah. Well, for now, but they will develop powers beyond your imagination and all of that.
This is where he as soon as he instructs them to awaken and they do, they're just kind of like all bummed out.
Well, yeah.
They're like, what the hell is this? Why do we want to just be heads?
I don't want to be a shrunken head.
I'd rather be dead. And he's like, no, you wouldn't. It's like he speaks for them.
Yeah.
In this whole movie.
No. You want revenge. And they're like, no.
Not really. I just kind of want to be dead.
But this is horrifying because he's so casual about it. How over time they'll develop powers, and don't worry, you'll lose every shred of your humanity. So all you will want is revenge. So no worries, right?
Yeah, over time you'll agree with me. Casual. So I'm doing the right thing for you.
Oh my fucking God.
And then he's
the villain. He's not the child murderer, but he's...
Tommy's even like, what the hell, man? I don't even have a body anymore. This sucks. And he's like, oh, don't worry, you can fly. And then just tosses
him. Throws them.
and he's like,
all right, concentrate.
Use your mind to fly. And so now they can fly. And Tommy has electric powers. Yeah. He can shoot electricity out of his face. Mm-hmm. Freddy has a knife.
He does. He just does this quick little like turnaround and a blade appears in his mouth.
Yeah, and I don't know what Bill's thing is.
Well, Bill was the one who was obsessed with like jelly beans and sweets when he was alive. So he's got big like
he bites.
Teeth,
that's right.
Like yeah. So if you see someone gnawing on like a neck or whatever of these various people, that's Bill because I called the Bill one bitey.
Why didn't the other two get any kind of like powers based on traits that they had as characters.
Well, Tommy had an electric personality.
Oh,
right?
well, where does the switchblade come into play? Because Freddy was kind of a he was kind of a weakling.
Well, no, he was
cat.
he was just a more gentle boy who was in a new fucking city and was trying to make friends. He was a little quieter. Let's say he was his mind was as sharp as a blade.
Okay.
I've put more thought
it makes as
into
much
this
sense
than
as
they
anything
did.
else.
It doesn't. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
So yeah, Tommy can shoot
where
lightning.
does this blade come from, and where does it go?
Bill can bite things, and Freddy has a switchblade.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
So there's their powers, and they can fly.
Arguably, I think Freddy kills more people than either of the two combined because he's.
But we're also going to get to that because they don't really kill people.
Oh yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Because they come back as zombies.
Right, but you have to die in order to come back as a zombie.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So they do kill them, and then the power of, I guess because it's the shocker, this is not well explained, but I assume because it's one of the Shrunken Heads that were resurrected via voodoo magic, this is not how fucking voodoo works, but whatever. Because it was them who killed them, Mr. Sumatra has imbued them with the power that when they kill someone, they come back as a zombie, I'm guessing. But that's
exactly what's going on here.
Yeah.
And the very first thing they do is they fly out the window. And this is where I was saying, like, what I was actually impressed by when it comes to the special effects in this movie is like they built a model of the city itself so that they can fly the cameras through it. A
small section of it, yes.
And I thought that that actually the effect worked very well, except for the green screening on their heads. I would
say to a point, but they also included like a little water tower on top of one of the buildings. And I see that thing all the fucking time. So like they got it from they clearly went in at different angles trying to make you feel like they were going through different streets.
Yeah,
but it's the same buildings and the same water tower.
They made a model of like a city block.
It reminded me of the beginning of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Yeah, like just that that initial shot down with the city and all that.
Yeah, and I mean, to its credit, it works well.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fun and fine, as you like to say. And for what this movie is, I was not like, oh my God, that's terrible. So it's fine.
So yeah, the first thing that they do is that they fly out of the window and there's a woman in an alley that's about to get sexually assaulted by these two guys. Yeah, so they kill these two guys, and this is where we realize that like now they're turning people into zombies, right? Because but they can talk and they still know who people are.
Yeah.
They recognize each other and they know they're dead. It's very strange.
But they don't really want to eat brains. I don't know. They just
they want to work in gardens.
Well, some of them, I think they just want to do whatever Mr. Sumatra says.
I guess. Maybe.
Because they're like, there's that whole thing later on with Vinny. Like, hey, Mr. Sumatra wants to see you. He sent his like zombies out to go get Vinny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they do just kind of become henchmen.
But they don't do the zombies even kill anybody? I don't think so. I really don't think so.
No, the zombies don't.
They just kind of shuffle around.
And Mr. Sumatra himself does.
Well, no, I take it back. Booger might have killed Pud or Pod or whatever because, no. He was gonna because then Tommy came in and electrocuted him. Because Freddy killed
the
Booger
zombies
in
themselves
the shower.
do not kill anybody in this movie.
That's right. Yeah.
They're just kind of mindless little henchmen
with like maggots in their mouths sometimes.
But they don't do anything with it. No, it's not interesting, and I think that really kind of just like I think that's like a low point in the film. That is introduced and just never used to any kind of interesting.
I've seen this type of Back from the Dead revenge type thing done so much better in other movies.
Yeah.
What year was The Crow?
The Crow, 94.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, this movie came out the same year as The Crow.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's why. And shocker, I never saw this, but I did see that.
Right. Well, I'd be surprised if this even went to theaters, honestly.
No, well, I can tell you about that, actually. So it had initially been intended for a theatrical release, but due to funding difficulties Full Moon was experiencing at the time, these plans were canceled, and Richard Elfman funded the film's LA theatrical opening using his own money.
Okay, so they blew the budget on making the film, and they didn't have enough
Or just Full
for
Moon wasn't
marketing
doing
and-
well
yeah.
overall, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we can't actually give you a theatrical release. Sorry about that."
Which, I mean, humble beginnings, right? Because
Okay.
Full Moon's pretty well known now. They're still going.
Not for
I mean,
quality.
they drop like what 6, 7, 8 movies a year.
I have no
At
idea.
least
I didn't
based
even know
on
they
the
were
Puppet
still
Master
doing
movies
anything.
alone, those things they make a new one of those every
When I
year.
see Full Moon, I think a very specific frame and time. I don't.
No, they are still going strong
will
for
be.
sure.
Well, Sumatra is like sending his shrunken heads out to enact revenge on their behalf that they didn't want or ask for. But there is a time skip there before they start going after the goons. So they've had a year to get their powers, a little bit better under control, and also to lose a bunch of their humanity in theory. So they don't really care, and they will easily kill, right? When Sumatra tells them to.
Right.
And there's no killing them, right? There is no, they are eternally this, and they're just going to lose more and more of their humanity. Unless the power of love can save one of them, which is a whole fucking thing that we'll get into. But oh my God, it's so
right.
weird.
And the whole time that these kids are now flying Shrunken Heads, Sally's kind of moping around too because she misses Tommy.
She does, but she also immediately went back to Vinny like 2 days after Tommy.
And all it took was him saying, I'm going to go to law school now.
Well, yeah, he was like, man, that sucks about what happened to Tommy. And she's like, you don't care. You didn't go to his funeral. And he was like, well, I didn't feel like I'd belong. And it's like, well, yeah, even if people knew, how no one knew that that's who killed these kids. Like the cops never investigate. Nothing ever happens.
The police don't get involved in this movie at all.
Children are just murdered, and that's that. Moving on.
The only time you see police in this movie is when they're arresting the gang at the beginning.
Yes.
That's it.
And that's it. So she, Vinny's like, oh, yeah, no, I just felt bad, but don't worry, I'm going to go straight. And this is after Big Mo told him, you're going to be my right hand man.
I own you now, basically.
You're going to be my right hand man. Like, you're in the family.
So now Vinny is lying to Sally, saying that he's going to clean up his act and go to law school.
Yeah, I'm going to go to night school. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And she's
just like, okay. Yeah, fine. We can date again now.
Yeah, so skip ahead a year. They've been dating, but she keeps a picture of Tommy next to her bed, but she wears a necklace that Vinny gave her. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And she is 15 at this point.
Yes.
I need to stress that at least several more times that she is now 15.
Yes. And how do we know that she's 15?
That because Vinny tries to fuck her in the back of his car and she doesn't want to put out. And he's like, what's the problem? You're almost 16.
Yes. And she's like, no, I'm not into this. And he's like, fine, walk home.
Fuck you, you little bitch.
Yeah, fuck you, you dumb little bitch.
And I'm like, oh my God. And so
wow.
Then she's all upset again. But Vinny's doing well, right? Like he's been working for Big Mo and, he's got a nice house or apartment or whatever, swanky shit. And yeah, so everything's fine. But now I guess it's time to start enacting revenge. So Sumatra starts sending them out against like the goons first, you get Booger and you get Pud.
Yeah, and it is Pod, actually.
It is Pod?
Well, according to IMDb here, his name is Podowski, so I guess that's his last name, so they just call him Pod.
Yeah, okay.
But yes, the Shrunken Heads are now sent out to go kill those two because they were part of the murder.
Well, they did kill them, yes.
Yeah, but those were the guys that killed them, so they got to go kill them. And they do. And then they become zombies, and they just kind of want to work in a garden after they become zombies.
Yeah, I don't really know why. I did want to point out that this, again, stressing how terrible this mob thing is. Vinny has had this ongoing thing of trying to get Booger to go talk to Mr. Sumatra because he's the only one who hasn't been paying, right, for protection. Pay for protection, like that whole fucking thing. So it's been a year.
Yeah.
An entire year, and you're telling me that Booger has had this assignment for a year and hasn't done anything, and Vinny's just like, oh, come on, when are you going to do this? Like, look. Obviously, I don't have any firsthand experience of the mafia or the mob or anything like that. I do, however.
So how do you know?
Well, because I have a deep love.
You have seen The Sopranos.
Several times.
So I wouldn't say you have no knowledge.
Well, I that's still Hollywood knowledge, though, right? And I love Goodfellas. I love Casino. I love The Irishman. I love the Scorsese movies and
Scarface.
The Sopranos. That is really where my interest as far as this type of stuff goes.
Right.
Man, like I was watching, and more than once I was like, Tony would not put up with this shit. Like Tony would be so.
No, this would have been
what the
solved so
fuck
long
are
ago.
you talking about?
Voodoo or not?
Well,
would've
and they
been
don't even
handled.
know that. They just say, "Oh, he's kind of creepy."
Yeah,
which
they
is
just
fair.
exactly.
He
They
is
don't even know
creepy.
what he's about. They're just like, man, that guy's got some like bad juju
Which
going
is
on.
true, accurate, and
True.
he's not a good guy.
And at some point, like his eyes glow red,
Yeah, unexplained.
and one of the
It's Booger.
it's Booger
He
that
doesn't
sees
have
it and he
Booger.
starts flipping out, and
Yeah,
he's
of
like,
course
"No,
he does.
man, fuck this. I don't care no more. I'm not going near this fucker."
Yeah. But regardless, man, this mob is terrible. Terrible mob.
Yeah.
This is an "Are you afraid of the dark's" idea.
That's
of
what I'm
the
saying.
mob
Like,
is.
look, I don't have a problem with this movie just going hard, right? If you want to go hard and be an R movie, then
But
fucking
it
do
really
it.
doesn't.
Don't just become an R movie because of language and some
Right.
violence. Like,
But the violence isn't gratuitous.
no, it's
None
so
of the
tame.
murders are, really
This
interesting. or
movie
well
wants to
done.
be so much harder than it is, and
Like-
it comes off as like lame.
And then we talked about the tonal shift, and I don't just mean from one type of movie to another. There's a lot of weird tonal things throughout this movie that, like, it doesn't really want to be like a schlocky B.
Sometimes it wants to be a
horror
love
movie.
story.
Yeah, of fucking like 14, 15
And
year
we got to talk about the scene
We'll
where
get
Tommy.
there. Well, we will get there. But yeah, sometimes it wants to be a little mob movie. Sometimes it wants to be a supernatural thing. But
Yeah.
none of this shit is done well. And none of it is leaned into enough for me
No.
to buy any of it.
No, and like you just mentioned, there's way too much going on here, and that's why I think this whole I understand, I guess, to some extent, why the people that the Shrunken Heads kill come back as zombies, because they do need henchmen that can actually grab people,
Sure.
because the Shrunken Head boys don't have any arms.
No.
So I understand kind of why they would need that, but even then, it just feels so unnecessary because
it's very arbitrary.
their involvement in the movie is so minuscule that it just might as well not even be there to begin
Yeah.
with.
Yep. So
And they could have saved money on the budget, possibly got this thing into theaters a little easier, maybe
if
made
you
a little
just
money
give
off of
one
it.
of, because like Tommy has multiple powers, give one of them the power to make people freeze in their tracks.
Yeah.
Just, hold them with their mind or something.
Yes. Why could he not telekinesis powers where he can just
Well, because don't you know that all voodoo priests make zombies, right? It's another voodoo thing.
yeah.
That is the most cursory white people idea of what voodoo is. Like, it's insane. It really. But okay. So, speaking of one of Tommy's other powers, Sally, after realizing that Vinny just wants to bang her, shocker. I mean, he waited a year to do
Yeah,
this.
he really is the
that's what's crazy to
scumbag that
me.
he has always portrayed himself to be.
He's never bought. Yeah. So, anyways, she throws his necklace at him, and she goes and takes flowers to Tommy's grave. This boy that she maybe dated, the boy that she kissed like 3 times over the course of a minute and a half,
Yeah.
who has been dead for a year. But she loved him. She's always loved him. Sure. So she's at his grave telling him all this, and you hear this voice, and he's like, "Sally, but I'm right here."
This scene is wild. This is the wildest scene in the movie.
I don't like it.
So his shrunken head flies up to her.
Yeah.
Flies up to her the whole time. Don't be afraid. And it's like, well, how is she not going to be
She's like,
afraid?
"What the fuck?" And she's like trying to scoot back along the ground, and he gives her his memories.
Yes, he shoots
this,
lightning
green
into her
beam,
head.
and so that's another one of his
Witness
powers.
me, Sally, or bear witness, Sally.
And that's
bear
the thing.
witness. Bear witness
The way-
to my murder.
The way that they speak in this movie sometimes is so fucking strange.
Yes. Yeah.
No 14-year-old in
No, not at
1994
all.
talks like this. What the hell are you? And it happens sometimes before they become shrunken heads. So it's not like a side effect of becoming shrunken heads. It is more prominent after.
Right.
But regardless. So then we get to sit through everything that we've seen.
Yes.
This is a long flashback recapping from the murder to the process of becoming a shrunken head to learning how to kill to, oh, we're going to lose our humanity to, oh, this lady almost got sexually assaulted in the street to, oh, and then we went to get Booger. Like, it is so long.
He electrocutes his memories into her brain. And now she knows everything.
Yes. And they could have easily, he could have just said, I'm going to give you my memories. Blackout. Okay, now you know.
Yeah.
Done.
Yes.
Because we just saw all that you see.
And
we
then,
didn't need to see it again.
Immediately after that, he's like, well, now we can do our best to be together.
Yeah, and she's like, but how?
How's that going to work?
Oh my
He's
God.
like, I'll show you.
Oh my God. This poor fucking girl.
And basically he just goes up, his head flies up her shirt, motorboats her, and then he flies away.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she's just there like, what the fuck just happened?
But she's fine with it. And her story gets so much weirder, or the shit that she's involved with gets so much weirder. And I just need to stress how okay she is with every bit of this immediately, no matter how far down the rabbit hole we go.
I think it's because he zaps his memories into her, and now she's just fully aware of what is going on here.
There's one thing to be aware, and there's another to like not freak out and just be like, oh, okay.
But
what?
Now she goes over to Mr. Sumatra's house because she knows he's involved.
Yeah, and of course he's like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking? She's like, I'm coming in. She just walks into his house. And
yeah.
I mean, there's a giant cauldron in the middle of the living room. There's shrunken heads everywhere. There's like dead animals hanging around the apartment.
Wow.
Like, how the hell did this man manage to keep all this secret?
Well, they
is so
don't
fucking
really,
unrealistic.
because at one point when the kids' heads were in the cauldron, bubbling away, you know, there's that old couple, like they're like, your apartment smells terrible.
Yes,
and
exactly.
And he holds up this dead cat, but he tries to like hold it, and he's like, oh yeah, no, this cat is very sick, but don't worry, soon it will be thriving with life, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, okay. And then they go on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the boss.
Yeah.
See you later.
So, but yeah, no, she's just like, I know
No
what
need
you've
to
been
call
doing.
the police here.
I saw Tommy. He told me everything. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, they're on the shelf over there.
Yeah, right.
And she's like, oh, okay.
And then Tommy flies back over to her again. And now she's like, I got a little something for you. And she turns around and opens her shirt. And then
we don't see that part.
No. She's got a bra on, but he just kind of like nuzzles his head next to her boob, and he looks so fucking sad.
But the scale is all off because he should be probably about maybe 4
they just had the
tall.
actor come and put his head on her chest.
Against these 15-year, I mean, the actress was 17.
Yes,
maybe
at
16. She was 17 when the movie came out. I don't know. I didn't.
Well,
look
for
at,
all we
like,
know, this movie was
birthdays
filmed in
and all that shit.
1990 and just
Which
wasn't
would have made her
distributed.
younger and younger,
Yes.
not older. It's not good.
Right.
So, you know, so we get to see some, you know, underage boobs. So that's something. And Mr. Sumatra's right there.
Yes, he's just watching. What is he? He says something really fucking weird too. While he's witnessing
she
this,
does turn away from Mr. Sumatra to
Right.
show her little boobies to
and he's just like,
the shrunken head.
oh, the thrill of love, young love.
Well, yeah, he says something about how he never thought that love would be so powerful.
could be expressed in this way,
Right. Well,
under these circumstances.
because she had told him that Tommy's still in there. That's still his spirit. And he's like, oh no, all his humanity's gone.
Yeah, right.
Again, so casual.
And she's like, not Tommy's.
And she's like, nah, check out these knockers, you know. And Tommy's like, oh, and Mr. Sumatra's like, oh, wow.
Whatever his monologue is here really
I
fucking
think
made me cringe in my soul.
He was trying to say, I believe, that he didn't realize that the power of love would be able to overcome like losing humanity. He didn't think that there was any of Tommy still in there. Even though when Tommy and the others were alive, like he genuinely liked them. He cared
That's
about
fine.
them.
He could have just said that. But instead he says it in a way that is just like the most disgusting way you could possibly say it.
No, I said, several times during this movie. Sorry, I tried to back away from the mic a little. It was probably loud. And I don't get squicked that easy, but several things in this movie, I was like, what is going on?
He talks about her maidenhead.
No, that's later. And yes, but Yeah. Yep. That's a thing that happens.
Which is a
You
word
maybe
I've
watched it.
never heard in a movie.
Oh.
I'm sure it's a proper term.
It is.
But
I guess
never.
you see it in like books and stuff.
Oh, well, okay. Fine.
I was very familiar with it.
Unnecessary for this film.
It's
for
a
children,
more medieval term.
supposedly. Yeah.
He doesn't say hymen.
Right.
He says maidenhead.
It's
And he
so
says
gross.
member. And I was like,
yes.
So, anyways, but yeah, no. Now that the goons are dead, like we got to go after Vinny, right? And so that's when Mr. Sumatra is like, okay, well, there's this spell. That's why he asks her because a virgin has to.
Yeah, she needs to take part in this.
Yeah, and he's like, may I ask, is your maidenhead intact? And she's like, are you asking if I'm a virgin? If so, yeah.
How would she even know?
Well,
The proper response from somebody her age is, what the fuck are you talking about?
well, quite possibly. I don't know. Maybe she reads.
Could you clarify what you mean, please?
I feel like I knew, but I was a book nerd. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, and then he has this whole speech about how only a girl who has not been touched by who's a male's member
not
has
had a
not
male's
inside
member
her, and I was like,
penetrate
oh my
her.
fucking god! He doesn't say penetrate; he does say inside her, but still, oh my god, oh my
She's
god,
15, dude, and you were easily 72.
all you have to say is if you did
Which
say,
again,
look,
she's hanging out at his apartment.
yes.
Alone all the time.
No
at
parents.
this point, because I guess
Parents
that's
are
where
still
Tommy
fighting.
lives. Yeah, I guess to be fair, her parents probably don't give a fuck about her anyway.
Clearly not. But no, all he had to say, like, take it on the surface, okay? Squick factor aside, if you do need a virgin to perform this ritual, I understand that. That's fine. You could have just asked, he could have just said, if there is something I was thinking, however, I would need a virgin to perform that.
Exactly. That's the
I'm
easiest
so
way to do
sorry,
it, right?
I know it's weird, but can I ask? And if you don't want to answer, that's fine.
Are you a virgin?
Right. And then she could have said yes, and he's like, okay, cool. Go change into the robe. But no,
we had to have a whole 3-minute scene
I hate it
of the
so
most
much.
cringiest shit I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
really bad.
Involving a 15-year-old girl and a 72-year-old man.
Yeah, it's a thing that happens. So yeah, and after this whole thing, he's just like, okay, go into my room and put on the dress you'll find.
Put on the gown in there for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Which why he
go
has
into
a
my
gown.
closet
Yeah.
and put on the gown.
Why does he have it, and why is it 15-year-old girl sized?
I like to think he wears it when no one else is around.
There's no way he's fitting in that. That man is like 7 feet tall.
He could try.
Okay. Well, we're never
I
going to
don't
agree
know
on
what
this.
Mr. Sumatra's up to. But yeah, and the dress looks exactly like I knew it would. She looks like a virgin sacrifice.
Yes.
It's the
Yes,
long,
she comes out looking like
flowy-
Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, sure.
When she's a-
It is a very classically medieval shift with like a rope binding around the like a silken rope kind of belt thing.
Yeah.
And but the bell sleeves and the off the shoulder, like exactly what you would think if you think virgin sacrifice white dress. There you go. That's what she's in.
Yes.
And I was at this time, I genuinely didn't know what was going to happen, and I was like, "Girl, get the fuck out of
Right.
there! He's gonna,
You are a sacrifice.
he's gonna sacrifice you."
Well, why? Okay, why did she have to wear that? Why couldn't she just wear what she was wearing?
Well, there is a thing about ritual wear and putting
Okay,
yourself in
well.
the right like mindset to perform and all of that stuff, or the trappings of look at something more mainstream like Catholicism and the different like robes and all of that stuff and the censer and
I
there's
guess,
a
but she doesn't even
performative
take part in a
aspect to it.
ceremony.
She does. She reads some words out of a book over the cauldron later.
Okay,
That was the ritual.
that's the ceremony.
Yeah, it has to be. It's the only thing she does. That has to be.
Because up until now, it got even just. I didn't even. This movie made me feel so dumb watching it that just didn't even enter my head. Was like, what the fuck was the ceremony?
That was it.
And that was it.
It had to be. That's the only thing she did. I mean,
Okay.
she talked some shit to Vinny and Big
Again,
Mo,
I don't understand
and
why she
got,
couldn't.
She got punched.
I don't understand why she couldn't read a sentence out of a book in her jeans and t-shirt.
Well, I don't have an issue with that. Every cringy thing in this fucking movie, that ain't one of them, to me personally. But yeah, so now it's time to go after Vinny. So he sends Booger and Pod after him.
And at this point, Vinny has seen some shit.
Yes, he has.
He has seen the Shrunken Heads.
Yeah.
He has seen the zombies that they make when they kill people.
Yeah, they break in.
And he is now very aware that they're coming for him, and he is going to be turned into one of these zombies. So he goes into Big Mo's hideout.
Which is fair. And he's like,
and he is like, there are Shrunken Heads following me around. There's zombies now. And Mo is like, look, man,
I think
you're a little stressed out here. I'm going to send you upstate. I know this cute little number I can hook you up with. You can go stay at her apartment. And then that's when...
Mr. Sumatra. Well, there's a knock at the door. And, this goon number 837 or whatever, unnamed underling opens the door, gets shot in the head.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then
Mr. Sumatra comes in and just the first guy he sees, he shoots in the head.
Yeah, well, he explains why later on. So basically when someone like him comes knocking, you don't answer the door. So that's why
he was a member of a certain Haitian police force.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to go into it too much, but... There is, it starts out at the beginning where the rumor is that he used to be a policeman in Haiti. Yeah, and then as we go through the movie, he does admit, and then like proud. Well, but okay, what's weird to me is the first sign of what this is happens because Tommy's like code name over the walkie-talkies is Tauntaun Macoute.
Yes. Which is a thing.
Yes. And y'all can go look it up if you want.
I'm
not going to. It was a
it.
historical like thing, Haitian secret police type shit back in the day. I'm not really going to go into it because I don't really know a whole lot and it's not my place to talk about it.
They were responsible for a lot of heinous shit.
So, well, I'm not even saying anything more than that. So, but apparently Mr. Sumatra was a member of that group. And so, he's totally cool with murder and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, but why was Tommy's code name Tauntaun Macoute?
I don't know.
Why do they even know that word? Because they did not know that Mr. Sumatra was a part of that at that point.
How did Sally know what a maidenhead was?
Well, you're back. You really are.
This movie does not make sense when it comes to the dialogue and like... kids being way too young to know things that they shouldn't know, terminology, things like that. It's very, very strange.
So they come after, and Big Mo takes Sally hostage, and then a car chase ensues.
Yeah, they run out of there and get in their car, and now they're being chased. By Mr. Sumatra.
Yeah, Mr. Sumatra's in a car behind, but they do shoot him.
And the heads, they shoot him, and he is
in like the gut or something.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's got potions. Or whatever
he's got a potion back home.
Yeah,
he can take.
He just casually says so much shit in this movie.
But yes, there is a car chase with Mr. Sumatra chasing the mobsters in their car, and then the three heads flying towards their car, trying to kill them, and all of this is done to an Oingo Boingo song. Yeah. It just sounds like some kind of voodoo ska.
It's kind of crazy. So, you've got Freddy with the switchblade trying to pop the tires, and Bill, who, he's got the teeth. I guess he's a vampire. He does kind of suck blood and stuff like that. He bites Big Mo's arm. And
you got Freddy using his switchblade to try to pop their tires while they're driving.
But it makes like a metallic noise. It's not. Yeah. I don't know what the hell that is. And Bill bites Big Mo's hand because Big Mo's trying to shoot Freddy, and she eventually does. And then she grabs Bill and throws him out the window, and he ends up on the ground. So two heads down, And
Bill gets shot in the face.
Yeah. Well, and at
Freddy
least
gets
Freddy
run
does. Over. Freddy gets run over. I guess Bill does get shot in the face. You're right.
Yeah, at point blank range.
Yeah. But there's like a still. It's like it holds on the shot for like a second and a half or something.
Yeah, there is a shot in this movie that is just a 14-year-old boy's face with a shotgun pressed against his forehead.
Done. And so, but then, then Tommy comes down and like lightnings or something. Oh, no, he like electrifies himself and like shoots himself into Vinny's mouth.
Yes, he goes through the windshield
Yeah.
into Vinny's mouth and then just starts
And
electrocuting
Vinny's
his
like,
head.
this is so stupid. But by, Sally does get punched at this point as well because she was trying to stop Big Mo from shooting the Shrunken Heads. And Big Mo just fucking decks her, so she gets knocked out for a while. And this whole time, Mr. Sumatra's in the car behind, just like, yeah.
And Mitzi.
Yes.
Mitzi's there.
Mitzi is in the car with Vinny and
She's in the
Sally
back
and
seat.
Big Mo. Yeah, poor Mitzi.
Freaking the hell out because
she should.
Yeah, she has no idea what
She's
anything
genuinely
is.
into. It's like, okay, she's fucking stupid. Okay, but because she genuinely does not know anything as to what Big Mo does. Big Mo has said that she's tried to keep her away from talk of like murder and stuff like
Yes.
that. But
She doesn't want Mitzi knowing what she's doing.
right. And so
And now she is
somehow
being chased by a voodoo priest
Yeah.
and 3 shrunken heads. And all of these things are trying to kill them, and she is freaking the hell out.
Yeah. She just got a new necklace, and she's in her like electric royal blue jumpsuit with holes cut out everywhere. It's fucking weird. So, anyways, yeah, and so once Tommy ends up in Vinny's mouth, and these are sentences I have to say because you made me watch this fucking movie. Do they crash the car? Oh, we forgot about the apocalypse bus.
Oh
That
yeah,
is there for reasons
there's a
unknown.
bus of like
Cult members talking about how the apocalypse is.
apocalypse worshippers.
But then he's like, "Are you ready for the apocalypse?" And everyone else boos him. I don't know what the fuck. And so
they run them off the road. And
yeah,
they go into the
do.
lake.
They go into the fucking river or whatever. And there's like, "Oh, I hope they can swim." Anyways, but yeah, so Vinny, I don't remember if they crashed the car or they just stopped the car. I don't know.
I think once
Full disclosure, I was ordering dinner at that point, so I don't remember.
I think the car does crash and then they get out of the car and
because
now
he's
Vinny,
still on the ground like
yeah, Vinny's on the ground up against the car
like
with
banging
Tommy
his
in
head
his mouth,
on the fucking
electrocuting the shit out of his brain. And Big Mo grabs Sally and she walks up to Mr. Sumatra and she's like, got the gun pressed against her head and she's like, all right, let's negotiate.
Yeah.
And
because she's like, because she had seen the zombies and she was like, whatever the fuck that is, I don't want
you don't
that
want
for
this
me.
girl to die. I don't want to become one of those things. And then Mr. Sumatra is just like, oh, I wouldn't dream of turning you into one of them. What I have in store for you is far more sinister.
Well, yeah, because he has Booger and Pod with him. I guess he brought them in the car because they're there in that scene. Because Pod is just standing there and he's like, no. What happens to them, like, will wear off soon and they'll turn into a puddle of brown liquid.
Yeah.
Again, so casual.
And basically, I'm going to send you to depths of hell that no one else has ever seen.
Right.
So, and she's like, well, if you're going to send me to hell, I guess I'm going to
Why don't we all go together?
I'm going to take her with me. And yeah. And then Mitzi comes and saves the day.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't like children being hurt.
She's like, I won't let you kill any more children.
I'm trying to think of, how does Big Mo die?
Well, I know they bring him back, and that's where Sally does the ritual because she's got the book over and she's reading shit and the cauldron's bubbling. But again, full disclosure, I was ordering dinner. I don't know.
I don't remember how Big Mo dies.
Whatever, the day is saved, I guess. But these people, like the Shrunken Heads, will never turn back to normal. They can never die because on the way back, like they stop the car and scoop up like Freddy's flattened head and they scoop up Bill's like shot to shit head. And Sally's like, are they going to be okay? And Mr. Sumatra's like, yeah, they're fine. They're dead, aren't they?
They're dead, aren't they?
They're fine. I'll make them up good as new. Which again is horrifying. There is no end to this. There's no rest for them.
See, now this is why I don't think that was the ritual.
It was.
Or the ceremony, whatever the hell you want to call it, because all that did was like bring them back to life as Shrunken Heads.
Yes. So it seems to be that the ritual he needed wasn't for Vinny and Big Mo, but he knew that something bad would happen to the Shrunken Heads during this.
And he needed her to bring them back.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Because again, because they are his tools to do what he wants. Just like the zombies before they turn into brown liquid.
Yeah. And then they come back as shrunken heads and they're just like, whatever.
Yeah, they're fine.
And Sally's happy that her and Tommy, I guess, can be together.
I don't...
They can do boob stuff.
Sure. He's
And-
perpetually a 14-year-old shrunken head.
Yeah, at least until she goes to college and
Cool.
then she'll be done with that life real quick. But yeah, in the movie, they just kind of fly out into the city and they're just shrunken heads forever.
Yeah. Now that revenge has been taken, of course, now they're just on their next mission because there is no fucking end. This whole reason that he brought them back, in theory, was for their revenge, for their murder.
Do you think that Full Moon Pictures was trying to turn this into a thing?
Probably. They
Like
tried
they
to
did
turn
with
everything
Puppet
into a fucking
Master
thing.
and Ginger
That's
Dead
the
Man,
problem.
Evil Bong.
Like they hit something with Puppet Master, and every other movie of theirs I've ever fucking seen, they have at least tried to set up as a sequel, even
Yeah.
if it never got one.
Right.
Open-ended, right? And never mind what this means for these poor fucking children's souls. And you've shown that Tommy still has humanity in him. That's the whole point of the thing with Sally. So that's arguably even worse because some part of him is aware, but it's fighting the other part. Ugh.
You know what I thought watching this movie?
This is terrible. Why did I make Jessica watch this?
I honestly thought that they were going to go with like the Casper ending.
Well, he is going to turn back into
where
a
he
real
just gets
boy.
to be a real boy for like
I
a day
keep
and they can hug.
Like every Halloween
have a
or
dance.
something. Aw. Shut up. I like Casper. Suck my dick.
But it didn't
I like that
happen. No, he
movie.
just comes back as a shrunken head and he just doesn't care, and neither does she. And
I would have rather watched Casper.
No
Now
one's
I remember
different.
that's a thing. That was so much better.
they could have done it. It would have been so easy.
They didn't.
Anyways. All right. So what's your overall opinion of this?
I think this is one of the weirdest and not in a good way movies I've seen.
I
don't think it's not enough of any one thing. And yet it's way too much of certain things, namely underage shit.
what I don't understand about this film is that you have, the shrunken head plot. You have the mobster plot.
Yeah.
You have the zombie plot.
Yeah.
You have the voodoo priest plot.
You do.
And there are just like big portions of this movie that just don't have anything
And
going
like
on.
nothing happens.
That's just boring. Like 10-minute segments where you're just like,
There was
something
no
fucking
reason
happened.
for the mob to even be a part of it. They could have just been regular fucking bullies. They could have been a regular ass gang, and it would have been as... Again, this came out the same year as The Crow. And obviously you can't really
Well,
compare the two.
To be fair,
You
it also
can't-
came out in the same year as The Mask. A lot of shit came out in 94.
I'm
It was
just
great.
saying, in this whole like murdered before my time by a gang, and I come back from the dead to avenge thing, like that type of. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's meant for different audiences, I assume, but. God damn. If you've got to watch that kind of movie from 94, go watch The Goddamn Crow because it's a masterpiece.
This
And this is not, it's not a zombie movie. It's not a really a mobster movie. It's not really I don't know what the fuck this
it's
is.
not really fun enough to put on in a group for like if you're just having like movie night.
If that's the thing,
Stupid
if
movie
they
night.
had leaned into the grosser aspect
Yes.
of it and really like amped
Just
up
went
the
hard with
gore,
it. Amped up the
Sure.
gore, like
toned down the underage sex questions,
Right.
amped up the gore, or just aged them up a little to where it's not so fucking
I
creepy.
agree.
Make her 19 or 20
I
and
agree.
it's fine.
They make her 19 or 20. You
Make
could have
them in
actually put some
college.
boobs in there
What
like
the
you
fuck
wanted to
ever.
anyway.
Sure.
You could have amped up the gore a lot more. The cursing, I think, went overboard a lot, especially like I said, that turn that the movie takes.
Yeah.
That very specific moment right after they murder the kids. They decide this is a rated R movie and we're just going to
Sure.
cuss and everyone is
Which,
going to...
I mean, I do think that is kind of an interesting take if it was intentional, because you're like, okay, well, this is fine. Except, this movie is called Shrunken Heads and it's put out by Full Moon Pictures. So you know what is going to happen one way or
Right.
the other.
Yeah, so why not lean into it?
It's not like you are just starting this movie having no idea, and then you're like, oh my God, it's not.
Yeah. So as far as recommending it,
I don't.
do I? Sure. Under certain circumstances. If you're one of those types of people that love terrible, corny, schlocky, dumb.
It's not even any of that.
Yeah,
it's terrible, but
if you just like bad movies, like not so bad they're good, but you just like bad movies, this is one of them. You could definitely watch this. There's, watch it just for what they did at a time when movies weren't doing this. This is another one of those movies that it came out in that sweet spot for me for movies between 85 and 95. I've said this a couple of times on the podcast, where movies were just taking risks and doing weird shit. And a lot of them were great because they were so bad, they were good. And some of them just were so bad, they were bad because they didn't push it hard enough to be in the so bad it's good.
Like, in my opinion, the only halfway decent actor in this movie is Vinny. He sells it.
Big Mo's good.
Huh?
Big Mo.
No,
Meg Foster, she's awesome in this.
I didn't care for her. Mitzi does a good job, but Vinny is the only one who really sells it. Now, I know that Julius Harris, he plays Sumatra. I know he was in a lot of movies in the 1970s. He's in a lot of like blaxploitation films like Superfly and Black Caesar and stuff like that. I haven't seen I haven't seen those. So this was his last movie from what I understand. But yeah, I don't really buy him as a voodoo priest.
No.
I don't buy any of the kids. It's kid actors. What are you going to do? Sally does an okay job, but Sally as a character is fucking weird.
Even when they have him in the like voodoo priest getup, it looks tacky. Like, it's not believable at all, because whenever he's like making the shrunken heads, he's got like the feathers and all the shit like around his neck, and he's got like the headdress and all that, and it just looks stupid. Again,
this is the whitest idea of what
it really is. This is a very white movie.
It's a very white movie.
But I don't recommend it if you're in the mood to watch a movie. If you're having people over and you want to have movie night, it's not good for that.
I would definitely warn them about the underage shit if you're going to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
It takes a lot to make me go, whoa.
This is a movie best watched alone, and only if you are just ready to ruin your day, waste your day, and you happen to be one of those people that like movies like that.
Couldn't you just say don't watch it?
Well,
you are having to go to
there are plenty of people out there that defend this movie, so I don't know what to believe with this.
Well, but it doesn't matter about what other people think. What do you think? Are you going to watch it again?
No.
I think it's fine. Are you glad that you watched it? Is this a good use of our evening?
I think that
if it wasn't for the podcast,
I would not have watched this if I didn't have a podcast.
Okay.
There, I'll put it that way. If I did not have a podcast, because like I said, I only wanted to watch this because of a YouTuber that I do watch covered it. And I was like, well, this movie looks fucking wacky and awesome. And unfortunately, that review that I saw was only the best parts of the film.
Right.
Which is very, very small parts of the film.
You're not going to say who it is?
No.
Oh.
But there's just, go watch a reviewer review the movie. You don't need to watch the movie. Just go watch somebody that you on YouTube review this.
That's what I would recommend.
That's the best way to watch this.
If you want to see some of this shit, go look. Yeah, just look up Shrunken Heads movie review. Yeah, and watch a couple of those. Don't waste your time. No, this is an hour and a half long.
Yeah. It did feel a little too long, especially since there were
we just watched it and we already forgot major points in the ending. What does that say?
What?
You were like, how did Big Mo die? I'm like, I don't know. And we just watched it. What the fuck does that say about this movie?
How did she die? I cannot remember how he kills Big Mo.
I'm fine never knowing. I don't even care. My curiosity is not even piqued.
Yeah. I
don't care.
It's not very memorable. The things that you are going to remember is going to be remembered because they're cringy as hell.
Yes.
and involve underage kids.
Yeah.
And I just can't recommend it. Really, like I said, the best way to watch this is just go find a YouTuber that you like that reviews things and watch it that way, because they're going to highlight the best parts.
I think I agree with you. You should go look at, YouTubers' movie reviews of this so you can see some of it, and then don't waste your time any further.
All right, I'll tell you what, just go watch Weird Movies with Mark. That's the reviewer that I watched that got me interested in watching this movie. It's Fanboy Flicks is the name of the YouTube channel.
Great channel.
Yeah.
We watch him a lot.
Weird Movies with Mark is like the show within the channel.
Sure, yeah.
And I think that Mark is one of the best reviewers out there. I think he does a really good job, not only engaging with the audience.
Yeah.
He'll put himself in scenes in the movie in very creative, hilarious fucking ways. And I can't recommend watching this enough.
Fuck that guy, because he convinced you to make me watch this movie. But but no, I really enjoy the movie Weird Movies with Mark. We watch that channel pretty often.
Yeah, he's great.
And he's genuinely very funny. I really enjoy him. Go watch his thing and don't waste your fucking time with
his review is the best way to watch this movie.
100%.
And that's why I'm recommending you go and watch his review. All right, well, with that, I guess we can call it an episode. Jess, where can people find you?
I'm Jess Moon. I'm at JHL Moon on Twitter. And I do have a publishing house, Shadowspark Publishing. We are on a lot of different socials at Shadowspark Pub and shadowsparkpub.com. We've got all kinds of fiction from, fantasy to horror to romance to what have you. We do anthologies every year. We're gearing up for the next one soon. And if you're interested in stories told very well, they're a bit off the beaten path, come check us out.
Right on. And you can find me on Instagram at Chad J. Moon. You can follow the podcast on Instagram as well at The Pretty Little Podcast. We've got the YouTube channel at youtube.com/at The Pretty Little Podcast 69420. Thanks everybody for listening. Thank you for downloading. It means the world to us.
Yeah.
The channel is actually growing. I check the analytics pretty regularly on Buzzsprout, and I'm very happy with what I'm seeing lately, especially lately. Just over the past month, it's been crazy.
Thank you, guys.
I want to thank each and every one of you that listens and downloads. It really does help us out a lot. It really does help us grow too, and we have plans on doing a YouTube channel as well, like actual
video
reviews and things like that. But I'm only going to do that if it's worth it, if enough of you guys are downloading and listening. So keep downloading, keep listening, tell people
and reach out, talk to us.
Yeah, you can interact with us on Instagram, on the Pretty Little Podcast Instagram.
Sure.
And I'll respond.
He will.
All right, thanks guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.